Hello there, everyone. Sorry for the late start. Had some internet issues, and then, of course, you know how it goes. Right at the right time. Always. How is everyone today? So today, we're going to stick around the jungle for the most part. There's this nice little spot. I've always wanted to do something more with it, so I think we're going to do that today. Just want to smooth it out a bit first. This will work. Let's see. Gotta wait for this to save. Always lovely waiting for the landscape. But I think we're gonna make some nice little cliffs in between this. Not quite cliffs, but you'll see what I mean. Little ledges in between these sections of path here. Yeah, I've always liked this area, so I just want to make it look a little bit nicer. So I think there's this specific model I think will fit here pretty well. This boy right here. Perhaps. I need to start scheduling these streams further in advance. Now that I'm pretty solid on the schedule, considering I'm always here now, so no reason not to, really. For anyone watching right now, thank you for dropping in. I want there to be like a little base to this ledge, so that is what I'm going for right now. Plus, who doesn't like big rocks? Big mossy rocks. A bunch of the scans I've done of rocks, I just name them like literally big rock, all caps, no cap. That's a vibe. It's a vibe. I feel it. Gotta remove some of this though. This will not do. Probably this boy right here. I hope everyone else is waking up a little faster than I am. It's one of those days I just can't wake up. No, I've just been distracted. Excellent. This will work. See, a lot of times I go into stuff like this, and I don't actually have a plan, I'm just going, seeing if it turns out good. I think it will. Hello there. You're all good. I stream a couple times a week now, so plenty of times to drop in. So I'm thinking what we'll do to make this a little bit more like what I had in mind. I think I'm going to raise up parts of this path to give it a bit more difference between the levels here. Oh, that's awesome. I didn't know you could get internet on a cruise. Or I guess... Well, I don't know. Is there cell signal out there? Never really thought about it. I'm one of those not been on a cruise plebeians, so I have to ask these questions. Seems like it'd be really cool, though. This is it. We're just gonna leave it bumpy like this. It's fantastic. I had no idea they had Wi-Fi on a cruise. That's pretty awesome. I don't think I'd last very long without internet. I have to have my internet. It's an addiction, I'm well aware. And I accept it. I accept myself for this addiction. I think this will work. Just want to make sure it's still walkable. Exactly. Who knows what would happen if we didn't have internet? Yeah, I haven't either. It looks really cool. Just never had the opportunity. But I've always liked this little spot with the path, and I think it could be even nicer, so I'm hoping to make it pretty decent today. Supposed to have a lot of storms today. I was also hoping that'd be going on while I stream for the vibe, bro. But of course, life has denied me. Yes, I remember. That's awesome. It's always good to get on a team because even if you aren't very experienced yet, that'll help you a lot. I mean, even just since being on this project, there's been plenty I've learned. There's always a new scenario to deal with, so just keep learning. Now that's something I'm not yet good at. I hope to learn a little bit more about it because it's a lot of trouble trying to find animators for the projects that I've done outside of this one. Yes. I wanted to make like this layered, I don't really want to call it a cliff, but layered ledge kind of thing going on here. Just gotta make sure it's not sticking out of the ground. But that is awesome to hear. I think you'll have a lot of fun being on a team. Fuck. Ooh, that fits perfectly. Excellent. That is an entire vibe. You know, I might be becoming old, but I can still use the word vibe. Guess I'm not really old yet, but I feel old some days. That counts for something, I think. Yeah. I know this is like a really a really small touch, but I just really wanted a little bit more for these paths. Yeah, I haven't learned rigging, for example, at all. So that's definitely something I need to look into at some point. That's pretty awesome. I always approve of more dinosaur games. The more the merrier. There we go. I wanted it to blend kind of nicely. Now we can use some smaller fillers. Where's my favorite moss mound? Aha! There she is. You're going to find this particular rock with moss on it all over the map. I'm warning you now. I don't know why, I love it and it fits everywhere. That's not gonna work. Perhaps this one. What's the idea of your game with the team? No worries, I'll probably still be here. There do be a lot of map. Excellent. And I'm probably going to put some taller ones up near the top. Whoops. Hello there. How are you today? Ignore the hardcore twitching. I was readjusting in my seat while I was zooming fast, so you know how it goes. Gotta select all these rocks. I'm pretty good. Just it's one of those days where I'm having a lot of trouble waking up, so I'm working on it. I think I've just never been a morning person, is the problem. Think I got all of them? I'll probably know one day. We'll check them from under, like this. I'm gonna say we got it. I actually made some new trees for the area outside of the redwoods last night, but they weren't quite ready in time. I was hoping to use them on the stream today, but oh well. Next time. Aha, I think I found the trick to make them not disappear. I made some Douglas fir trees. They commonly grow in the same groves as giant sequoias and such, so figured it'd be good to make some for the outskirts of the redwoods. I think we'll move up here. Luckily, they're actually pretty easy trees to make compared to some of the others, so wasn't too bad. I just made a bunch of giant sequoias, so that was a lot more challenging. This is going to look ridiculous for a moment, but I'm going to raise this up. Because I require it. I think that will work. Yeah, we can make this work. Yeah, I'm the same way. I think most of my work. Ugh, yawn. Most of my work gets done late at night. I have to kind of charge up throughout the day. Exactly. I feel like it's a rite of passage doing any kind of game dev, really. Your sleep hours are all over the place. It's wonderful and terrible at the same time. We're gonna use these. I know they're all over the place, but I love these rocks. These are the hangy bits. That will work. That will work. A little bit bigger though. Hello there. Thanks for dropping in. But yeah, I just feel like when I see pictures of jungles, there's just vines and stuff hanging everywhere. I just love how these look. So who is going to take me to a real jungle for scanning? It'll be totally fun for you, I promise. Yes. For the game. I feel it's a worthy endeavor. I'm gonna go scan a spider monkey. Put it in the game. Just a still model of a spider monkey. But it'll look real. Yes. Gonna send him some begging messages in a little bit for Spider Monkey. Spider Monkey Horseshoe Crab Hybrid. The Alpha Predator. Exactly. We could have secret spider monkeys. Why limit ourselves? When we could be so much more. Oh yeah, definitely. Pretty sure spider monkeys probably one-shot everything in real life. There's a reason they're still around after all these years. If you think the tiger is problematic, you've not met the spider monkey. They probably eat ferns for breakfast, from what I've heard. Just a rumor. I feel like these streams just turn into like a stream of consciousness for me. I never know what I'm about to say next. I just talk. It's gonna get me in trouble one day. Mark my words. You have a point. It's not a bad thing. Exactly. What is life without risk? I knew you would be a reasonable crowd. Let's see. That will work. And now we need a little bit more on here. Actually, I have the perfect thing for this. Don't know which one yet. However, we probably don't need a tree growing inside of it. Yeah, I like having these spots where there's like a huge thing of some sort around. I think that might block the path a little bit when you walk under it, so I'm gonna reposition it. Wonder if the other one would fit better. Nah, we'll just make this one a little bit bigger. Because it's not already big enough. Thank you. I think I just like having these spots with these huge things like this. I don't know what it is. I was going to keep the tree, but it shall perish. It's reasonable enough. Mr. Minnie in the flesh. That's awesome. I did something kind of similar for my python. He has a huge log that goes across the tank right now. Won't be too long. I have a ball python. He's about 5 feet long or so right now. I had something in mind, but I'm not really seeing anything that is quite what I was thinking. Maybe this? I didn't know they got that big. Hmm. Guess we'll use this one. I just wanted to put a little something up on the cliff here. Or ledge, whatever you want to call it. But not inside the tree, preferably. But I also want to put it kind of out of the way so that you can actually come up here. That should be enough room to walk around, but I'll remove that little tree. Excellent. That'll work for this area. And now, I want to add more paths through the jungle. We're going to unload some of this. Trying to remember where I stopped with the paths. Probably somewhere over here. Actually need to feed my snake right after the stream. Aha, I guessed perfectly. I did end it right here. So we're going to extend that path. Take it over there. Over yonder. I think we'll have it branching off a couple different directions. I do love the Danger Noodle. He was... What am I doing? He was much more aggressive. Not aggressive, really. Defensive. When I got him. But he's doing a lot better now. Might zoom out a bit, makes it a little easier to see where I'm going. One of those times where I'm like, why did I put the trees down before the paths? But, you know, sometimes you just want to see a bunch of trees. Or maybe that's just me. Go. Yeah, I wanted one part of it to meet up right here because I have another little path that leads down there. Like it's rocket science to put down paths. I'll pretend. But let me tell you, these are special paths. For doing path stuff. Now, to deal with the random bug. We'll get here sometimes. Have to open a random texture. And there, look at that. The landscape returned. Crazy. Just want to make sure we have enough paths through the jungle where you're not going to completely get lost. Only a little lost. A reasonable amount. I think at the end of the dev streams, because I guess there will be an end, and I don't know, one day there will be an end. I need to put together a compilation of all the saving the landscape screens and see how long it is. How many hours did we spend waiting on the landscape? I'll stop this path over here and continue that later on when I have that part loaded. And we'll return to here. See, it's so much easier to see now. Just gotta go way up here. Won't be too much longer. We've been testing it, so once we're all in agreement on how it's doing, then we'll get it going. Yeah, I wouldn't say there's a particular date. It's just that we want to make sure that when you try it, you have a good time trying it. Because there'll always be little bugs and things that'll pop up and need to be taken care of. So, we just try to take care of what we can before everyone else tries it. I'm glad you are too. It's very helpful. But yeah, inevitably there will be bugs you'll see because in the end it's still an early version of the game, but we want it to be at least enjoyable. Fun bugs, like Skyrim. Speaking of, I've been getting that itch again to play Skyrim, but there's just such a long list of games I still need to play. I'll have to resist being a stealth archer for now. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 is the next one I think I'm gonna start up. I also want to get Stalker 2 at some point. That looks pretty good. What's everyone here playing right now? Yeah, I figured there was a lot we could probably do for that game. I haven't gotten to look at it yet. I think that's still only on PS5 or PS4 and 5, right? I have a PS4, but I haven't started it in a while. Really? I didn't know it was on PC yet. Yep, I get it. I'm one of those people that replays the same games over and over. I think we could do something with this little clearing right here. I'm gonna stop that trail there. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely helpful to have newer hardware because it was kind of a choice between release it on older technology that... Hello there, everyone, the creator of the horseshoe crab. But it was kind of a choice between using older technology, not being so future-proof necessarily, or using the newer technology, and while it will require higher specs, I think we can make it run well for a variety of hardware. Three and a half thousand hours, good God. I still need to play that game though. One thing I would recommend when you're looking for a new laptop though, it'd be important to get something with enough SSD space specifically, because an SSD will help you a lot with Nanite. Although the game really isn't that big so far, so it might not require that much space. But just in general, good idea. And now we can cut out some of this foliage that's going to end up on the pathway. See how she's looking. Definitely. I plan to add, well, I would have liked to add another layer for more pathways in general, but I'm currently at the limit of how many layers we can have on the map, so I'll probably have to add those with meshes, things like that. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. It might be a good idea to do a little write-up, kind of like documentation for little tweaks that can be done to make the game run better. Because for some it'll run great, and for some it'll be a little harder. So, I'd like to make it run for as many people as possible. I really hate these little vines. I'm probably going to remove them. But yeah, I'm thinking for natural trails, probably made of meshes will be the route to go. Because I definitely don't have any more space in the landscape material. Yeah, that's also a good idea. Splines would work pretty well. I need to make a path spline. I have them for a few things, but I haven't made one for paths yet. The only reason I don't use decals more often is they can be a little expensive when they add up. But I'm trying to find workarounds to make that run a little better. Definitely want to keep the big fig tree. I'm a fan of them. If you ask me though, we need some bigger ones. I'm just thinking, ancient island, you probably would have some absolutely monstrous trees. Yeah, it might be a little different in that case. I'm not sure. It's really probably not that bad, especially if you use virtual textures. I have legit thought about making a tree that big. It could be done. Could just separate it into parts and have the parts cull separately. Yep, I actually did that yesterday with the collisions. It was when I was setting up foliage interaction. I left some of them on the wrong collision settings. Yeah, we have one really big tree in the ruins, and there I split it into two parts and put it in a packed level actor to make it run well. Otherwise it was going to be a huge 30 million triangle tree. That's amazing. I mean, terrible. Yeah, actually, I went through yesterday and I adjusted the collisions for all of the debris in the jungle, so it should be a lot less troublesome now. And I did the same in the redwoods because there were problems like the ferns. We also have some of those ferns out here too, so... They were some that I made a while back just for general use. Definitely want to keep this little clearing, so I'm gonna remove a little more. I think it'd be a good spot for a little camp or something. I was just happy when I was playing the other day, I was able to scale down the side of a huge cliff, and I didn't die or break my leg. Yep, it's all in the shader. Yes. I support ragdoll physics in every way. You know, I try to keep the huge fig trees, but sometimes they're in the way. Yes, that would be amazing. Or perhaps turtles with chairs attached to their backs. You ride it around, it'll be great. I actually found a huge tree in real life the other day that I scanned so I could use it on the map. Oh yes. Make me a mega horseshoe crab. I need it. It has to fly too. With magic. cult of the horseshoe crab shall live on forever. I mean, we have an entire horseshoe crab temple on the map. It was always meant to be. I'm guessing they have exoskeletons. I'm not sure though. Confirmed by the crab master herself. I was looking the other day because I was curious how much it would cost if I wanted to buy actual fossils of various dinosaur related things. And for one, I was happy that I can in the first place, but it is expensive. See, I'm sure I missed a trail or two. I think over there. Yep, there it is. Almost missed it again. I posted the strangest Craigslist, yes Craigslist, I'm old, ad the other day. For my little side project, I wanted to hopefully find like a theater student or something in town that would want to be photoscanned to be put in the game. So they would get the chance to dress up and all that stuff, and I actually had a couple people respond. I was surprised. Ah yes, if dinosaurs were real. If the earth was round. I feel like that's become more accepted now to just question the most ridiculous things. The moon landing, man. I'm making somebody mad right now, I assure you. You know, I feel like I mean, it's good to question everything. But I feel like when you have proof for something, that's when it becomes a little ridiculous. I've heard about that, but I don't know much about it. It is cool in general to think about the inside of the earth. Oh yeah, absolutely. Question authority. But I think when there's a lot of proof for something, and you're just kind of questioning something for the sake of... I don't even really know. Thank you. We don't have an exact date yet, but we hope to be out in early access relatively soon. Which of course won't be everyone's cup of tea, but the option will be there. Actually, I was going to load that area, but I think there's an island here, and I'm trying to occupy all of those islands with foliage. I don't know, we could go cyberpunk and just YOLO it. I am under the ocean. We could just make up a date. It'll be fine. No, I don't think I will. In this economy, can't take anybody to dinner. Good luck. I don't even take myself to dinner. I stopped eating. For the grind. Thursday. Just Thursday. That's it. This is a man with a plan. It does feel like a Thursday kind of game. I can feel it. Maybe it should be during the middle of one of our streams. Just like, oh yeah, the game's releasing in 5 minutes, by the way. No warning. You should push a hotfix that breaks everything, and then we'll go completely silent. I've heard that's what the successful companies do. Hot Pocket? I guess at least Cyberpunk did turn out great, but it was insane. The emotional experience of waiting for that game. See, I can't tell if you're being serious or if you actually don't know what a hot pocket is, because I'm not sure how widespread those are around the Earth. But yes, what Minnie said. No, it's saving. About to pop in on my other account in the chat and say what's a pizza. What's a calzone. This is just gonna keep going. I'm guessing Hot Pockets are an American thing. It's probably for the best. They're probably terrible for you. A pocket of meal. Yes, ma'am, I would like a pocket of meal today. Probably so. It seems unhealthy enough to be an American thing. The proper one. Yeah, it pretty much is just inside out pizza. Not wrong. I actually don't eat pizza at all, though. Because I'm just that cool. Don't worry about me, just cleaning up under the ocean. Doing my duty. Yep, see? Now we made him hungry. See you later. Lost my island there for a moment. I don't know, I'm not a pizza person at all. This is... it's technically inside the map. But it's... The cove is right over there. That's a fancy breakfast. I don't know if I've heard of that one. Don't need anything real crazy for this island, but didn't want it to be empty when you look out here. That's just boring. Yes, I will be doing quite a bit more work in the ocean. I've done a little bit so far. I think my main goal before the ocean was to gather or create enough interesting stuff to put in the ocean, basically, that has the right visual style to match the rest of the game. Yes. A rock that looks like a seal. I actually have a horseshoe crab shaped rock. I don't know, can we milk squids? Let's add it. Is it even a real game without being able to milk squids? Of course you can milk horseshoe crabs, what are you talking about? Oh yeah, that is a Minecraft reference. Here, we're gonna put the little stone horseshoe crab out here. Just for fun. I don't need approval for this. It's happening. Yeah, that's what I was thinking about too. I think I am gonna do that. I was thinking about it while I was placing those. Now, where did I put the horseshoe crab? Ah, yes, there it is. It's a little large right now. We gotta shrink it. Little secret horseshoe crab on this island. Just right here. Just kind of hanging out. Gonna be our secret. There you go. Secret horseshoe crab. Now we need some good rocks down here. This is... So our cove area is right here. This is kind of in front of the jungle area. Only one way to find out. Now, I want to look real quick and see if there are any good small beach rocks. Ooh, yes, you should. Use that. We'll grab a couple things. Just these three. Yes, I love the animations. I actually went out just a couple days ago looking for some good rocks to scan, but there wasn't much. I think I'm going to go out again today and look for more. There's this really massive forest a few miles from where I live. It's really good for exploring and scanning. I'm just really glad that everybody feels that way about the map. I love making it. And I'm sure in the demo you'll find things that need to be improved, but I think overall you'll enjoy exploring. We'll still be working on the map even after release, so it'll be changing for a long time. Actually remove collision from that. Yes, I agree. I'm kind of obsessed with playing the dinosaurs, so I'll be using it. I can guarantee you that. Let's actually bump this down a little bit. I know very little about doing animation, but looks like it would be extremely time consuming. Just cut these down real quick. Yeah, that'll look pretty nice. Yeah, I don't think animation is for me. I need to go find a bunch of little rocks like this and scan them. I know I could just continue using these, but I like to have our own custom stuff when I can. Could be all of it. Actually, I think there was one more. Just don't remember what it was. Gotta love that. I'm so scatterbrained I forgot immediately. I feel like we have barely any variation in Texas for rocks. Scanning does take a while, so definitely understandable to wait. Oh, that's awesome. I've wanted to use a drone for scanning. It'd be so cool. See, this might be too dense. Oh no, not enough. More. Haha. Let's make sure they're not sticking up out of the ground. That one's actually a little bit too far under. sure I'm looking at the right one. Yes, your solo one is awesome. I think that'll work. Oh yeah, that makes sense. When I was making the map for my side project of the sad forest in Japan, I had the same problem. Lots of trees and bushes and things like that showed up on the height map. Took a little work to get rid of them. Good to hear. It can be a pretty game. Whoa, there was a huge hole right here. Oh, never mind. Just looked that way. I think we should add some of this to the beaches too. I think we'll do that. We'll do some beach work before I stop the stream. And if you're... I don't know if it's new enough, but if your laptop is new enough to use DLSS, we also have that as an option, which will clear it up a bit for you. Although I don't think it was in the build that's out right now. But for the next one we have DLSS 4, and it's a pretty big visual upgrade over the old one. I think we'll put some right here. That's what I thought. I have some of the trees selected. Let's not paint trees in the ocean. Hmm. That is not supposed to be there. Does that look like it fits? I'm gonna say no. Actually, these also are supposed to not be there. We'll fix that in a moment. We have important work with rocks to do. You just had to go and mention the little rocks at the beach. Now here I am, thousands of rocks later. Couldn't be stopped. Now let's clean up a little bit of this. Make it look nice out here. I think I'll leave these. But definitely not the ones down here. So it looks like we need to add some palm trees. Which soon we're going to have a little more variety on the palm trees too, because right now we only have a couple different kinds and this must be rectified. No, that is too dense. Might be a little too deep in the water right there. But this is acceptable. Get some little beach rocks scattered around. Just a few for now. I have other plans for the beach, so I'm not going to go too crazy with it, but a little bit. Hello. Thanks for dropping in. And then I've got some other rocks I like to scatter in the shallow... Oh, that tree shouldn't be there. In the shallow part of the ocean. So we'll throw some of those in there too. I agree. I've never been good at character models, so it's really impressive to see what they've done with them. In just a few minutes we're going to stop so I can grab some lunch, but let's get a little bit more done on this beach before that. But I do have a few things in store for the beach that we'll be able to set up pretty soon. Just some stuff I'm working on to place out here, make it a little bit more varied and interesting, so we don't have basically the same beach all the way around the map. You're right. But I am weak. Maybe I'll eat a Hot Pocket. Or if I want to become strong, I could be like the Popeye of ferns. I'm gonna eat ferns. The entire thing. One day I'll work up to horseshoe crabs. That is, if I can ever catch one. Because, you know, being an alpha predator, horseshoe crabs are very difficult to catch. Oh yes, entire ferns. It's like a salad of pure strength. But will I really be eating the fern, or will the fern be eating me? That is the question. We're only guests in a fern's world. I haven't heard of this, but I'm curious how that would go. 100 humans versus one gorilla. Do the humans get weapons, or is this a fist fight? Because I feel like even 100 humans possibly couldn't take down a gorilla in a fist fight. I don't know, I'd be the guy standing in the back just watching, chewing on ferns. Yeah, I don't know about fist fighting a gorilla. Yeah, I guess he probably would. Probably right. But how long would it take? I don't know, I feel like I'd have to have a pretty smooth brain myself to fight a gorilla. That grass isn't supposed to be there. We'll fix that later. This needs to be much bigger. What does this look? Could we really overwhelm a gorilla, though? I'm not sure. Maybe I'm being too pessimistic. That's not gonna fit here. I should probably make sure the collisions on this are actually set up. They are. Good enough. Let's make sure the ocean is going to interact well with it. Yeah, might need to play with the collisions a little bit more, but overall, not bad. So I guess we'll stop here for now. And I'm thinking if I can have enough ready, we might work on the beach for the next stream. We'll see. If I can get everything ready, then we probably will. But thank you all for dropping in, and I will be back on Tuesday. I'll probably go ahead and schedule it, in fact, just so I can make sure we're all set up ahead of time. But again, thank you all for dropping in, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.